Okay, guys, today's video is about creativity and brainstorming and open sourcing ideas and about copyright trolls and capitalism and haters and jealousy and gaslighting. Oh my. Okay, so I think this morning or last night I got emails from YouTube saying that copyright claims were released. So most of my YouTube videos are watched by friends on Facebook right now because I started my channel on February 16th. So it's most likely my friends who are musicians going on to my YouTube channel, right? And they're probably upset because I'm teaching people a lot of really creative things for free, right? Yeah, and I made the offer to some of my friends who are musicians. I started up a Facebook group for my musician friends for them to have a chance to showcase their music on my channel, where I would, maybe say something really nice about their band or talk about the music, and then do a tutorial with their music playing, right? Sounds like a really nice, sweet deal, right? Because their music would get heard a little bit more, right? Well, anyways, this is just speculation, right? This is a theory that one of my friends went on my YouTube channel and were maybe jealous or upset, that I was using all this music in my channel and making these YouTube channels really quick, right? So they reported me for copyright. But what they don't know is that all of my music, some of them, except for there's one video, right? And that video that was did have some copyright music in it had already been monitored by YouTube, and now that video can't be shown in some of the South American countries for copyright reasons, okay? So, but all my other videos, no copyright music, okay? I just use music for YouTube creators, right? So thanks, YouTube, for sharing that link to me. You're making this happen. Thanks for using capitalism to my advantage. Okay, so haters be hating. People have to, this is what I've learned about creativity, is that, a person can have a lot of creative ideas, but when you get a really creative idea, you can fixate on it, okay? And it's like Lord of the Rings, right? It's like you've got your precious ring, right? And it has this magical potential, right? And everyone's gonna want it, and you want to find a way to capitalize, right? Well, that's not very easy. It's not very easy to capitalize on an idea. You have to have teams of people to make creative ideas happen, right? And this is where patent trolls come in, right? So corporations pay capital or pay copyright trolls to patent ideas, right? And then then these companies like Tesla Motors or whatever can have this bank of ideas, right, that no one else can use, or Apple can have this bank of copyrighted ideas, inventions that no one else can use, right? And then there's going to be like a time limit for how long they can hold those copyrights or those patents, right? Okay, so a person like me, right? I'm an electrician, I'm a musician. I've been a laborer my entire life, right? I'm not an engineer. I can come up with a bunch of great ideas. Example, 2 years before the Uber app came out, right? I was living in Toronto and I was using the public transportation. Well, 2 years before Uber came out, the TTC, the transit system company in Toronto, came out with, their app for their transit system, right? And I was like, oh, wow, of course. We've seen this with Google Maps, right? Your phone knows your GPS coordinates. The bus has GPS coordinates. Put two and two together. 2 years before the Uber app came out, I was like, oh man, someone needs to, create an app, where people can become taxi services, right? Everyone has their own profile. You have a rating system. The GPS knows where you are. They know where the driver is, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. We know how Uber app works, right? Well, I had this great idea, and I was like, oh, all I need to do is find someone to, make the app for me, right? Oh, but then I'm going to need a lawyer to patent the ideas, right? And stuff like that, right? But I was making minimum wage at the time, right? So I had no way to pay anyone, right? And I didn't have the resources. I didn't know lawyers. I didn't know people who could make the app, right? So I think I told 2 people my idea, right? And one was my wife, and she was like, oh yeah, that's cool, right? I thought someone would be jumping up for joy. I thought, my wife, who's my, live-in partner at the time, life partner, would be jumping for joy. Oh my gosh, you invented this really great idea that's super useful and it could be monetized. We're gonna be rich. Yay! Let's work together as a team and make this happen, right? She was studying law at U of T at the time, right? So, But no, that didn't happen. She was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Sorry, I'm busy, right? I told another friend, right? My other friend, really nice person, right? Really sweet and loving, right? I told him the idea. He's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Whatever, I'm doing my own thing, right? He could have had connections. He could have hooked me up, right? We could have worked together. We could have made it sweet. We could have networked and synergized, right? That didn't happen, right? Fast forward 5 years later, and it's like, I was like an electrician, second year, right? And I was like, whoa, Tesla Motors, this is revolutionary. Wow, we should buy stocks in Tesla Motors, right? And everyone's like, oh no, they're too expensive already. Those stocks have peaked, right? And I mean, that was probably in I don't know, probably 10, 11, 12, 2012, right? What if I had bought stocks in 2012, right? Right? As an electrician, I was like, oh yeah, even electricians think electric motors are silly. People are absolutely, they believe what they're told, right? They follow, the social norms, right? So if you have a creative idea, don't expect anyone to be jumping up for joy for you. Another idea I had when I was 18, right? I came up with the idea of, hey, we have brake lights in the back of our car, right? They're super helpful. They stop people from, rear-ending you, right? Why don't we have brake lights in the front? Hey, why stop there? Why don't we have acceleration lights, right? So you're going through a yellow light, right? And you want to make a left-hand turn, right? And there's a car coming the opposing direction, right? You want to know if that car the driver has his foot on the gas or if he has his foot on the brake. So if you should be turning left right now and proceeding through the yellow light with caution, right? And I told my friends, everyone's like, oh, have you gone insane? All right? Okay, fast forward to probably around 2012. I Googled this idea, right? It was already patented, like probably, I think maybe in the 50s or something like that, right? So companies already own the patents for ideas that are super safe that could save people's lives, right? But they're gonna release that technology and that idea when it's convenient to them, right? It's capitalism 101, right? Okay, so what have I learned from this? Don't covet creative ideas. Set them free. Why do I say this? Because your creative ideas are just, you're gonna get blocked. You're gonna start fixating on your creative ideas. And you're not gonna be able to create new creative ideas because you're gonna have so many negative associations with creative ideas, like alienation from people because they're jealous, right? So you know what? You can set your ideas free, or, tell your friends, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Just start working on them. You'll be surprised. You'll come up with way more creative ideas by just working on them. You don't have to tell anyone, but I'll warn you. Be careful when you have a creative idea. If you do know how to monetize it, right? And if it's a really great idea and you know it's going to help people and save lives, right? You really want that idea out. It's really important, right? Okay, if you have plans to monetize this idea and capitalize off of it, be careful what you put into search engines, okay? Because search engines work both ways, right? Search engines also collect data, right? So if you put your creative idea into the search engine as a sentence, right? It doesn't take very long for someone to troll that idea, an algorithm to troll that idea, right? And reverse engineer it. And next thing you know, you got patent trolls, right? Grabbing that idea and patenting it and saving it for a rainy day, okay? So here, we're gonna start talking about how to stimulate creativity and how to see how your mind works, okay? This is gonna be a creativity tutorial. This is video 1.